Hello, everyone, and welcome to another special edition of The Danny Show. I'm your host, Dan Cody. This is where I give commentary and reviews on all things wrestling. Thank you guys so much for joining. I want to notice something. I still have my special Vegas shirt on in honor of where WWE was this weekend. I must say, it was pretty nice. Some interesting things happened last night on Saturday or yesterday afternoon considering Vegas time. Where I am, it's a little bit cool, so that's why I'm wearing the jacket. But let's talk about last night's episode of WrestleMania Saturday. First and foremost, great to have John Cena as the host. A couple of small talk. Congratulations to Bianca Belair for being with child. Congratulations to her. That is very awesome. Now I know Jade is going to retain tonight, so we can build up for when when Naomi has already had a child. Bianca is due to have a child in a few months, so Jade's going to be around until we get that triple threat match or until we get those three separately in matches. It's going to be great. And other small news, ECW star The Sandman had a retirement match apparently on the indies scene. He was accompanied by someone, but nonetheless, congratulations, Sandman. From what I heard, he has retired. Okay, let's get down to business. We had a 6-man opening match between the Usos and LA Knight against the Vision and IShowSpeed, who has been cursed lately. But if anyone can break the curse, it's the Usos. Apparently, the Usos have a form of spirituality because they helped reverse all the bad luck that IShowSpeed has been going through. Due to miscommunications, the Usos and LA Knight won last night's match, and so after that, Logan took out all of his anger on IShowSpeed, and the Usos finally had enough, and with assistance, IShowSpeed went for a frog splash onto the announce table onto Logan Paul and had fun with the Usos yeeting. So, Jey Uso remains undefeated in Las Vegas in Reliant Stadium. Excuse me, I'm thinking of another place. And no, I am not Hulk Hogan. I am thinking about Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. And don't worry, I'm not like Hogan. Going forward, we would also get to see a street fight, an unsanctioned match between Drew McIntyre and Jacob Fatu. It was a great match, but it was right near the end when I really got into it because I realized Jacob is about to win. So I'm starting to root for Jacob, like, please win. And as soon as he went for his finishing moonsault, which Drew kicked out of the first time, he won the match when he did the moonsault onto Drew through a table because it was an unsanctioned match. And the match itself was good and pretty solid. Drew McIntyre thought he could do a selfie because he won last year. But unfortunately for Drew McIntyre, he was almost undefeated in Las Vegas inside Allegiant Stadium. But the streak was broke before it started. Congratulations, the Usos and the Anoa'i family. So far, so good. We had the Fatal 4-Way Women's Tag Match. We had Lyra and Bayley, who finally got on the WrestleMania card because she missed it last year. We have, what's the other one? We have the Irresistible Forces, who paid tribute to Demolition, which with their cool outfits, but in white. We had Ric Flair's daughter, Charlotte Flair, and Alexa Bliss. And then we had the Bella Twins, except Nikki Bella was injured. So who did she call upon for help? None other than Paige. I'm going to be very honest with you guys. I'm happy that Paige showed up, and it was great to see her, and they won the tag team championships with a little help from Nikki Bella because she still had enough energy to use a crotch on a crutch on, I believe, Alexa or whoever she used it on. Nonetheless, I'm going to be a little honest with you. I was happy that the, that Paige returned. I was very happy for that. The thing that got me though was it was kind of ruined by the internet. What I have to do is stay far. It's a learning experience. But what I have to do is stay far away from certain internet places during WrestleMania weekend so that I can be excited and things not be ruined, because there have been times where things have happened that I didn't see coming, but some others may have. But what I'll have to do is not get too close to media and just watch a bunch of movies or whatever during WrestleMania days and all. That way, nothing can be spoiled, because they told us that she resigned with WWE. And then there were the rumors that she was going to replace Nikki for being injured. That kind of ruined it. And even The Undertaker said something. He sat down with, what is that gentleman's name? Shannon Sharp. He sat down with Shannon Sharp during WrestleMania weekend, which technically isn't over yet. And The Undertaker spoke about the importance of bringing back privacy. I know we have internet and media, and I have nothing against that whatsoever. But I have to agree when The Undertaker says bring back a little bit of privacy, because had it not been so all over the place, it would have made the moment, and it still made the moment very exciting, but it would have made me extra excited had I not seen it coming. But I kind of saw it coming, and I was still happy for it. Make no mistake about it. I'm happy that Paige is back, and I'm happy that she's part of the Women's Tag Team Championships. I really enjoyed that picture backstage that happened between AJ, Paige, and the Bella Twins. It made me feel like it was 2015 all over again. However, I just wish that it hadn't gotten too spoiled by the internet, and it would have made the moment extra excited. But congratulations to her for winning the Women's Tag Team Championships with Brie Bella. Moving forward, we had, did I cover everything? I believe there's just a couple of more things left. One of the best matches of the night, if I'm being completely honest with you, has to be Seth Rollins versus Gunther. Seth had a cool entrance. I love that there was steam coming out of that jacket. I thought it was great. I even liked the little contacts that Seth had. I thought Seth was going to keep those contacts, but he took them off during entrance. The match was intense. I was expecting, as Cole was, somewhat of a technical display, considering how Gunther is, and Seth can go there when he needs to, but it was an in-your-face smash mouth match. But it was so great. It was so great, I got a little surprised when Gunther kicked out of the stump and the pedigree and stump combination of his finishing moves. I was surprised when he kicked out of both of those. Then it kept going. It kept getting great. Seth wouldn't tap out. Gunther got stumped again on the announce table, but the table didn't break. And then who shows up to ruin it all? Braun Breaker. First of all, Braun is very fast. He could probably compete with the Flash and Sonic the Hedgehog. But he ruined it for Seth. However, let's be honest, as much as we can't stand Gunther kayfabe-wise, the fact was he kind of needed a WrestleMania victory, because he lost to Jay last year, which I was happy about. He lost to Sammy the year before that, which I was also happy about. He hasn't won a match since WrestleMania 39 in Hollywood. Ironically, when the sun was still up, because we were on the west end of the United States. So he needed this victory. As much as we can't stand Gunther kayfabe wise, because we just can't, He needed that victory more than Seth did, but I wish Seth won. But Seth had an incredible entrance. I love the steam that was coming out, and I love the look on the eye contacts. It was awesome. Going forth, by the way, Braun is very fast, as you saw by that second spear. Let's talk about the last two matches that happened. First of all, apparently Liv Morgan has changed her theme song and used her Trouble theme. And her and Stephanie, it was an okay match to me. Of course, Liv Morgan, as many people expected, won this match mostly in part to help from the Judgment Day. And I will say this, tonight is Simp 19 Dom's Simp 19 Dom's Judgment Day, because Dominic is going to pay for all of his bad decisions to the demon Finn Balor. Pun heavily intended on that. But Liv Morgan needed that, and you can see she was very emotionally happy about that. So congratulations, Liv Morgan, and I hope the scars on her face, including the knots, heal up soon. But it was a cool entrance. And we got to see, well, the fans got to see the Devil's Kiss, which Booker T loves so much. And Liv was going to try and do it. I wonder how everyone would have reacted if Liv did it. That would have been something. Nonetheless, congratulations, Liv. This last match of the evening, however, did not go as I expected at all. Of course, I am a fan of Cody Rhodes, of course, and the fans like Randy Orton because he's legendary. Of course, no one can stand Pat McAfee, and due to stipulations, he's out. The match, you could see Randy Orton was struggling. Randy Orton was struggling because of back problems. According to rumors, apparently there were rumors about him being injured, but he struggled with back problems. And last night, he fought his way through that. He got busted open. Of course, both men stole each other's moves. Randy Orton using Crossroads, Cody using his own RKO. Pat McAfee got taken out by Jelly Roll with an elbow through the announce table. Then he finds a way to come back after Randy Orton RKO's Charles Robinson, the referee. Then Randy Orton gets so frustrated that he RKO's Pat McAfee, to everyone's joy, including mine. Then, due to the distractions with Pat, Cody Rhodes goes for Crossroads. And surprisingly, even though I am a Cody Rhodes fan and he is the babyface of WWE, Cody Rhodes actually won the match to a mixed reaction. However, I'm going to say this. Part of the reason it didn't go as expected because I didn't expect Randy Orton to struggle with his back like that. I also was expecting, as many people were, Ted DiBiase Jr., but we didn't get that last night. So, no Ted, no, we got Pat, unfortunately, but no Ted. The issues, I know The Rock couldn't be there. I know he has his own things going on. It would have been cool if he was there, but no Rock, no Ted. But we did get Cody versus Randy Orton. I wouldn't call it a 5-star match or anything like that, but they did the best they could with what they had. But in the meantime, Cody Rhodes is still champion. I think tonight is going to be a good one. We have Oba versus Brock. We got Punk versus Reigns. I think Sunday night, I could be wrong, but I think Sunday night is going to steal it. Saturday had its good stuff with Seth versus Rollins. Seth versus Gunter was a good match. And we had Paige returning, was awesome. The announcement of Bianca Belair's pregnancy, great. But I think Sunday tonight is where it's going to be. Let me know in the comments below what you think about last night's episode of Saturday. I'm your host, Dan Cody. I'm sorry we didn't get Ted DiBiase Jr., but until next time, I'm sure tonight's going to be great. Let's see what happens. Peace out.